Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews, and today we are taking a look at another statue. This time 1/6 scale, and this is of Tamano, Kedama, Succubus, Lulumu Valentine version. Sure. This is another illustration. Let's get her out the way really quick and we can take a look at this box because obviously they're always huge. So illustrated by whoever that is, Bishop Rondo. I think I've gotten the figure from them before. It's the company that created it. I'm pretty sure I have other statues from them. That name sounds familiar. Yep, 18 and up, obviously. This is what the back looks like. I got some damage here on the back of my box. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but it did happen. It did happen. If I can talk. Like this little illustration here. If you're an inbox collector, it does have a window at the top. So if you want to keep her in the box and, have some light show through the top, you can do that. The bottom has nothing. Now I love these boxes because they can easily be opened from the bottom and I never have to cut the tape, so that's cool. But let's get this out of the way. And here we have Tamano Kedama out of the box, and she looks really good. I love the way she looks now. She's out. She doesn't have all her parts yet, so we'll go through that sequence of putting on her stuff. But she isn't naked, so we can kind of get a turn here, and you can see how she looks. This sandal does come off, so you can take this off of her foot if you want to. It's not an accessory. She came. I mean, I guess you can call it an accessory, but she came with that on her foot in the box. And yeah, and then the other one doesn't come off, obviously, because that's where you peg her in. It does have metal pegs. Got 2 holes at the bottom of her feet, so that one doesn't come off. She is very fiddly. If she ever took a shelf dive, she would just shatter into pieces. Now you can put her back together, but these arms fall off very easily. Very easily in my experience so far. But anyway, let's go ahead and get a closer look so we can kind of take her apart a little bit here. And let's take a closer look at that head. So she does look really cute. I do like the way that her face looks, and her hair is painted gloriously. I love the way they painted her hair. That pink and the way that it transitioned. My camera isn't doing it justice, but the highlights and stuff in it, it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's a softer plastic too, so you don't have to worry about it snapping easily. Those eyes are beautiful. Now she does have an extra face, so you can swap her face out. I'll show that in a little bit. But yeah, that face is super cute, and I love they even highlighted the inside, so that is very nice. Get her back on without losing an arm. Can I? Yep. And then as far as the dress is done very nicely as well. The shading and the highlights in it are done wonderfully. Her little pearl bracelets look really good. I love the pearlescent sheen that they have on it. That looks really good. The painting on her, I guess it's not really a dress, it looks like an apron, really. Then we go down here to her little, what is this called? I don't remember what this is called, but it's a little wrap around her leg, also done very nicely. Little panties here. Then we got the back. That looks really, really good. This is also detachable here. Snaps in really nicely too, so you don't have to worry about it opening if you don't want it to. Now, the apron is open. There is an accessory that closes that, so we'll go over that when we get to the accessories or when I start putting her together. But yeah, look at the little love emblem in her hair. That looks really good also. Very nice, very, very nice. So this is the Valentine's version. I guess I can show you her little sandals. The other one, they look just alike. This is probably where the paint is kind of choppy here. I have an idea of what they were trying to do here, and it's just kind of a muddy mess, to be honest with you. All that beautiful sculpting on her, and then this is what they do to the sandals. It does have a little like a peg hole in the shoe, so she has a peg hole. No, she doesn't. I thought she had a peg hole in the back of her foot, but she doesn't. No peg hole there, but there's a peg hole there, and it does kind of snap in, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, those house shoes or whatever you want to call those are not very cute at all. I think that's the downfall of this figure. Like, it's not the downfall, but it's the worst thing about this figure by far. It is these house shoes or flip-flops or sandals or whatever the hell you want to call them. But anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the accessories that I won't be using. So we'll look at those first, because the other stuff you will see as I put it on her. So she has two more sets of hands where she's making like the heart gesture, and then she has a little baby heart in the middle of the heart gesture. So you have those. Then she comes with another face, which is really just looking off to the side, and it looks like almost the same face. So I don't know. No, her mouth is different. Her mouth is different on this face. So I guess it's not quite the same, but they're really close. So those are the two things I won't be using. But then we'll move on to the things that I am going to be using. So let's go ahead and start assembling her. So first we will do the tail. So she does come with like a little devil heart tail. It's like a little devil tail, but you know, like those old school cartoon devil tails that had the tips of them look like little hearts. So this is keyed. So this is like, it does have a shape that it wants you to go in there. And I don't know if you can see in there yet, but that's obviously a shape as well. They're not exactly even, but you can get it in there pretty easily. So let's go ahead and do that. See if I can see. Her arms just fall off super easily. All right, so we got that in there, and it's nice and sturdy in there. The arms are on the weird peg like this. So yeah, see, the arms are just gonna keep falling off. So we'll deal with that in a minute. So we'll do that. Then we have this piece. Now this is the piece that actually holds her apron together. Maybe I should have put this on before I put the tail on. Okay. I thought I had an order here that was correct, but clearly it was not. So let's put this on. Now this is keyed. Both of these are keyed to a certain way. You can see how that is shaped. So we will try to put that one in a little bit more. You gotta kind of put it down in there pretty hard to get it to stay. You gotta really squeeze them together, and once you get them in there, it will stay. And you do have access to the tail hole from here, so you kind of want to move it a little bit to give you a little bit more space for the tail. Yeah. Okay, so this is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Okay. This is going to fight me. Okay, let's see. Again, very fiddly. Very, very fiddly. It's not the greatest design here by any means. They definitely could have went a different way with this. Unless I'm just terrible at this, which this I very well could be. I feel like it shouldn't be this difficult. Okay. It looks like that will stay in for now. Let's see if we can get this tail in without messing it up. And then slide it in there. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. That worked. All right, so we have that put together. Now let's do the hair. So the hair comes in 2 pieces. Obviously, both keyed as well. So let's find the correct key here. That isn't the right one. All right, and we have this one here that has the little double horn in it. The one double horn anyway. But be careful not to break that double horn off. And then she comes with a separate double horn to slide into. There's a little peg right there. You can slide this one into there. It looks like it goes like this. Now I haven't done this before. I haven't done this yet, so that is a soft piece, so it shouldn't break off. Actually, we might need to put this in first. Put that in first. Then put the pigtails in. Yeah, that seemed to work a lot better. So we got the head done. And there is a way that this is weaved through here. There we go. Oh, the leg is starting to fall off. And yeah, you can see this is a separate piece. So if the leg falls off, that goes with it. And try to get this leg back in here. Okay. And of course, her freaking the freaking thing is coming off in the back. Oh my god, like every time it moves, like the smallest little budge makes it pop out. So let's see if I can keep my finger on it and get her head. Oh shit, almost broke that. Pressing down too hard, tripping. Okay. Oh my god, no, it's coming apart again. You think you're doing something right, and it turns out you're not. And there goes the leg. And boom goes the dynamite. Now you can see how fiddly this is. I am 15 minutes into this video, and we have not gone over any of it. So there might be a part, either I gotta edit a lot of this out, or I keep it all in. So if anybody else decides to get this figure, which I think is actually sold out, you can see maybe somebody can relate. Maybe somebody can relate. They had to go through this. Maybe they can give me some advice on how to keep this from falling apart. Is that in there? No, it came out again. This bow thing is probably the worst design choice ever. Doesn't even keep it tight. Okay. Jesus Christ. It was a pain in the ass. Hopefully I can do this without it falling off again, coming off. Get the hands on there. Okay. All right. We got the hands. Now let's see if we can get this heart in here. So this heart is supposed to go in between the hands. And I'm looking at a video. It looks like it's supposed to kind of go like this. She's supposed to be about to eat this or something. Maybe I do need to take this hand off first. It fits pretty well in there. Okay. All right. And let's see if we can get this to You will work. You will act right, lady. All right. Is that about right? Now it's supposed to actually go all the way up into this hand, which is weird because it kind of covers her face, right? She's supposed to be like eating it. That's supposed to be like chocolate, maybe. All right, I think we got it. I think we got it. Of course, this piece is coming apart again. Okay, I think we got it. I think that's it. Congratulations. We solved the puzzle after now that we're 17 minutes into the video. All right, so now you can see that she is all put together. Let's go ahead and do a little close-up here. As you can see, the ponytails are really, really cute. Soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about breaking those. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. As you can see, very fiddly. She will drive you freaking crazy trying to put all this stuff on, because it just falls out too easily, and it is annoying. It is very, very annoying. Like, you might as well just super glue that part in, because these little horns will and this leg too. I hate to say the leg because you might need, I don't know, you might want to show her without the panties in the back. You might need to take that leg off to do that, but I'm not going to display her like that. Well, we'll see, because hers you can't really see unless you turn her around and turn her around. So okay, I'm just not going to touch any of that stuff anymore. But as you can see, there's the little devil tail. Very cute. Very, actually no, this isn't as soft plastic as the other stuff. You can zoom in on that. Her little devil tail there. Nice gradient transition on that tail. Very the same on her little horns too. See if I can get the horns in here. Oh, you can kind of see the little pink transition on her horns. Let me not touch that. It will fall out. On here too as well. Then you got the little heart box here. It looks like I don't know if that thing is supposed to be made out of chocolate or it has chocolate in it. Typically they have chocolate in it. But very odd. Very, very odd combination of things going on here. Because she has house shoes on, but with an apron. I don't know. I mean, it does say she's a succubus, so there you go. Maybe she's sucking something out of there. Pause. But yeah, she looks good. I think she looks super duper cute. So let's go ahead and do some comparisons real quick, and then we will wrap things up. Okay, and here she is next to some other 1/6 scale statues. Forgot I had another succubus, so she'll look good next to her for sure. So the two succubi here, and then we have kind of like a butterfly chick. I actually think these all can like commingle together, but I like the way that these two kind of are rocking the same kind of succubus thing going on here. So I don't remember these ones' names here, so you're gonna have to forgive me for that. But yeah, that is it for comparisons. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. All right, so here she is without her clothing on, and it does show a lot more detail in the body. So like if I zoom in here, you can see that she has a lot more shading on her tummy and everything like that. On her knees, you can see the shading and everything. I'm not gonna spin her all the way around, but even here on her back and her stomach here, you can see the shading. And it's nice to have this off, because then you don't have to deal with this whole situation here, and so you don't have to worry about that. I was able to get her little undies off. So to get her little undies off, you have to, there is a clip at the bottom, right? But you have to pull it. It's very tight in between her legs, so you kind of got to twist this, and it is soft enough to give it a little twist and to pull it down. And then you have to pull it, you have to take the head off, take the arms off, and pull it up over her body. So with that being said, you don't need to worry about this leg. So you can probably actually glue this leg, because this leg is super duper fiddly. So I would advise doing that if you want to pose her with out her underwear on. But as you can see, you can't see that from the front. And so, but yeah, she is awesome. She just lost all her clothes trying to eat all the chocolate. I guess that's what happened. Just like that one chick from the firefighter anime. Forget. I don't know why. I don't know why when I'm in the middle of a review, I just forget everything that ever exists in life. I can't remember. Fire Force. It's like the Fire Force anime. It's that one girl whose clothes just randomly fly out for no particular reason. But anyway, that is basically it. I think that's all I have to say. My only issues with this statue is that she just falls apart too easily. Like, if you plan on posing her without her clothes on, then you'll be fine. But trying to put this stuff together is not worth the trouble if you're just going to pose her naked anyway. I obviously did it for the review, but putting the the candy box or the heart candy or whatever that is, putting that in her hands is pretty easy, but her hands fall off very easily. This leg is loosey-goosey as we speak. So as long as you're careful with her, she's fine. You should probably not put her anywhere where you think she's going to fall, because she probably won't break, but she will like shatter into pieces. And depending on your setup, you might not find some. So, but anyway, that is it for the review. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.